Hello and thanks for joining me for some more Planet Crafter, Planet Humble. We are picking up shortly after where we left off last time. And in the last episode we went on a bit of a trek to find some Pulsar Quartz. We found a couple. Found enough to build one nuclear fusion reactor. And did spend a bit of time hunting around for some more, and we couldn't find it. So in between episodes I did go looking for it, found it, marked it. We do have a blueprint microchip here, so we'll unlock that. Vehicle T2 speed. What do we need for that? So we need 2 of these. And explosive powder. Okay. I don't know if we'll use the vehicle today. But let's go see if I've got some explosive powder here. I do. But wait, what do we need for the... What do we need for that one? Zeolite and a rocket engine. We've got that on us here? Probably not. We do have 1, 2. Alright. We should be able to do a rocket engine. 2 of those. A super alloy iridium rod. Okay. Let's... We have to do it here. Okay, so let's make one of those. Now, is it going to use the one that's already in there? It's not. We have to take that out. So that would be this one. Okay. Alright, so that's done. Let's see. Alright, so we got 1 Pulsar Quartz on us. Let me see. Alright, so right in the middle of my screen where the pointer is, if you can see that, that's the starting lander pod from where we are. We are up on the hill here above it. And you can actually see there is a marker over there saying Pulsar Quartz. That's where we're going, but it's underground. There's a few ways that you can get into it. I'm going to head over to our new base and show you how I found it from there. But you can also get through, there's a cave entrance over there by the zeolite. And there's possibly a few other different ways to get in there. But I think from my mucking around, I think I've found what sort of seems a bit of the most straightforward and simple one. So let's pop that in there with those ones. Alright. Did I bring any extra food? Let's see if there's any oxygen up here. I guess we can... Well, there's no shrooms in there. Alright, how's this doing? Not too bad. Okay. We should... Our beans should be enough. Actually, I think I've got food in the rover. Let me call that over. Do want to take just an extra piece of food with me. That'll do it. And I will grab a water bottle. I think I will drink one of those. Okay. So, from the start location over there, we've just come... That's the big hill, and when you start off, there's a big ice cave just down from there. So the lander pod is over there. So it's basically followed the river down past that those hangar type buildings there to the waterfall. Once you've got a waterfall here. And recommend that you do use a jetpack, otherwise you're going to want to climb down manually, but we're just going to go straight down the bottom of the waterfall and in behind it. And there is kind of like a fork. You can go that way or this way. We're going to take the left. What's that? Nothing. Okay. So we're taking the left path. So I don't know if this is the easiest or even the shortest way to get there. Can access it from the other direction. But we are just going to cruise straight forward from here. All the way down. I do have a little rover thingy here. I don't think I've checked this one. Take that. That's a tree seed. I'll take that. We'll take the lava. Alright. Let me see. So yeah, we're going to keep heading straight forward, I think. So it is pretty much just a straight line. So that's our home where we came from. That home there is the first base. That's where we came from, so that's just in front of the waterfall. So follow up the hill here. And we'll see this stream of lava coming down. These big rocks that are I haven't blown open any of them yet. And there is a bunch of iridium around here. Alright. And we can come around. And right down there. Okay, now I'll also show you if you come from the other direction. Oops, we need oxygen. If you come from the other direction, there's this biodome down there. So if you come from that way, which you can do, you'll come in, you'll see the biodome down there. You come up here from there and just follow around this way. You should get to the same location. So down here. Ouch. Let's eat that. And this hub won't be here. I put this here. But just here, you'll see all this lava. Don't touch that, it will burn you. But in here we have lots of pulsar quartz in here. Well, not lots, but a decent amount. So let's see. Just be careful not to step on the on that hot lava there, or magma, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so this cave doesn't go anywhere, you just round in a circle. Pick up some of these. So that's all that was in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let's cruise back in here. And I'll head back to our base, to our new base. I'll see you when I get there. Okay, so I'm back home. I'm just going to put up a blueprint screen here. Can just go on the floor for the moment. We'll set up a proper office soon. We'll decode our chip that we just picked up. A display case. Okay. Alright, so this gives us enough pulsar quartz now for another 2 fusion reactors and 3 left over. So we need some super alloy. So let's go across over here and see if we've got any super alloy here. Just need 2. It won't be in there. It'll be up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. A storm going on. Alright, so now we should have plenty enough for plenty enough power to start doing a bit more building. For the time being, let's see, where is it? There it is. Back that corner there, and plunk down that one. Alright, so we do have a ton of stuff. Is that water still coming inside here or not? think it's fine. Okay. So we've got a lot of stuff to build. But now we should have power to do it. Let's have a look. So we've got 4,500 kilowatts. So that should keep us going for a little while. So let's have a look here. Alright. Why don't we? Let's grab some iron. Silicon, titanium. All right. Where's the desk? Is 2 iron. Oops, clicked the wrong one. All right. Let's cruise over here and grab some stuff out of here. So we've got here iron, silicon, actually what do we need for the big cab? Super alloy. Okay, titanium is something that we do have a shortage of. So, let's see if we can find 3 out in the world. Should be some over here. We'll grab the iron. Any more titanium around? Silicon. Heaps of iron everywhere here. There's some titanium there. Let's grab whatever we can find of that. Alright, guess that'll do for now. There's another one, so we'll grab it while we're here. We'll grab another iron. Probably am going to want a bit of cobalt as well. So we'll grab that. Okay. Let's just have a quick drink out of here. Got 2 waters on us. Doesn't matter. We've got practically unlimited water, so alright. So what do we need? Got everything for that. I wanted some cobalt. Okay. That should do us for now. Alright, let's cruise back on over here. tab up there. So I probably want an extra cobalt, really. Oh, should be okay. Alright. Do we not have everything for that? We do. We can't place it there. Why can't we place it there? Put it there. That's not really where I want it. Alright. Let's, of course. Alright. Well, let's pop it there. I guess this will do. We'll put some windows and stuff in it later on. Okay, let's pop up a couple of desks. Let me see. Pop one there. Pop one there. We'll set up our office over here. So let's grab those two screens. So that's our power, our blueprints. Alright, let's start off with that. Actually, we'll just go grab all our screens from the other place. Well, we'll put these ones up first. Okay, so put our blueprints. Let's see. I mean, I guess there will do. Power. Alright, that's fine. Let's hop down. And I'm just going to shove all of this stuff in here. Titanium, iron, silicon, and we'll just cruise back to our old base and we'll just pick up the screens that are there and move them. Saves having to try and pin half a dozen different recipes. So with the exception of the power and the blueprints, which we've already put up. And then we'll take a look at our situation and see what we need to work on. I think we need to get some tree spreaders up to start with. So we haven't planted any trees yet. Let's just pick all this stuff. Oops. And we'll pop that in here. That's full. That's full. Okay. Alright, let's just drink that. Okay, so we've got our messages. Orbital information, map screen, the biomass screen, the progress screen, and the terraformation screen. Alright. That'll do us. So I'll cruise back over to our new office and I will see you when we get there in just a moment. Okay, so we are back. We will put up our messages screen. What else? We got the orbital information screen. The mapping screen. Alright. And now for the big ones. Alright. Let's pop these. Maybe we'll put them over here. And get it straight. Okay. Let's put that on there. Let's pop this one next to it here. And progress up here. Alright, so insects we haven't started doing. Nor animals, but we are into the insect stage. But we have not done any trees yet, and all of these numbers are all moving rather slowly. So we haven't done anything towards terraformation for the last few episodes. So I think we are going to start off with some tree spreaders. If we have the resources for them. So where are we? Trees. We've got the T2 food growers as well. So we've got quite a lot of stuff to upgrade. We've also got the incubators. But let's see. Okay, let's unpin the power plant. Alright, so we need bacteria samples. Okay, so I guess we cruise back to our old base. Actually, let's have a look here. Let's just have a quick look on this. Bacteria sample takes algae and water. Okay, so why don't we? Where is our gas? Our gas is up here. Right. So, if we were to pop in one of these, so we need super alloy rod. In that. Alright, super alloy rod. We should have. What? Wait, that's just super alloy. We've got the rods somewhere else. There we go. And osmium. Alright, now if I put one of these here. I think that should be in, might be in range of our, it's in range of the algae. Oh, what am I doing? Doesn't need to be in range of the gas, just needs the algae. And what else? Water. Well, it should be in range of the water too. Yep. Alright, so we can get that going. Now, I do have algae over here. Yeah, it's taking it from there. Alright, so that's our bacteria samples. We need fertilizer. What does fertilizer take? Alright, so that takes our eggplant. Okay. So our eggplant, we haven't started growing over here. So I think alright, well maybe we'll do the T2 food growers, although we do have a bunch of eggplant back home. Or back at the old base. So maybe we'll just pop another one of these up. We need osmium, a rod. For the time being, I will just shove that over here. We'll set that to fertilizer. We need the super alloy. Okay, what do we got here? Got a couple of fertilizers there. Let's pop this osmium over here. Oh, it's full. Fit it in the overflow there. Okay, titanium can go away for the time being. Insects can go in there. I guess we'll chuck that stuff in there too. Alright, so we need sulfur. Let's have a drink. Sulfur, algae, and eggplant. Okay. So we should have sulfur over here. We do. Algae there too. Alright, so let's go grab a bunch of eggplant. And I will eventually move those food growers across. What I might actually do is I might end up putting... maybe put the autocrafters on the second level. And all the storage down below. I can't remember exactly how I set up my last factory, but I did have it set up pretty good. So pretty much automated everything. Let's grab a bunch of eggplant. Let's just eat one of those. Okay. So I'll take this back over. Maybe I should fill up the vehicle. Let's do that. Let's call the rover. Let's have a look what we've got in here. Okay, let's shovel that in there. Shove that in there. We'll take all that out. Grab some extra sulfur from here. That can go in there. That can go in there. Now these are trees. Whoops. So these are the only tree seeds that we do have. Alright. Let's check back here for sulfur. It's a little bit there. Let's shove these in here. Shove that in there. Okay, so pretty sure I've got more sulfur up here. Let's grab that. Okay, so I'll head back and we'll just call the rover over. And then we should be able to get the fertilizer starting to go on auto crafting. And then we'll just need to grab some bark and some super alloy. Alright, let's call the rover. We may have a cooldown for that. No? Okay. Alright. Let's pop the sulfur in here. Sulfur. Let's grab some eggplant. Let's grab all of that. And I don't think we've got a container here for it. Alright. What iron do we have? We don't have any iron. Alright. Let's hop across the river. Should be some iron over here. Maybe in here. That'll do it. We'll be glad when we've unlocked drones, but we are a fair way off of that. Okay, so where can I shove this? Fit it in here. Eggplant. Sulfur. We've got our bacteria samples and our fertilizer. Now I don't think I have. Any storage for that, so let's just use this one. Alright. Grab the rest of the stuff from the rover. We've almost got a full locker of bioplastic. So let's have a look here. 64% done. Okay, let's swap that over. Okay. Sulfur. Eggplant. What's holding it up? The algae. Probably the same as that because that's also using it. But this one here, let's just shove the explosive powder can go in there with that too. You know what, that can just go in there, that's fine. Alright, so now we need our bark and our super alloy and our tree seeds, wherever I put those. I think they're in the rover. We only have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so need our bacteria samples. We need our fertilizer. We need our bioplastic. Let's grab some from here. And we need our tree bark. It's back at the other base. So have a quick drink there. Alright. So we'll cruise back up the hill. See you in just a moment when I get there. Okay, so we're back at the old base. We'll just grab a couple of bark out of there and grab 2 out of here. Right, so that should be enough for 4. I'm not a mathematician at all, but I think I've got enough of the stuff for 4 of each. Just quickly pick these. Okay, inventory's full. Eat that one. We'll eat 2 of those. All right. That's full. Shove that in there. Okay. So, where are we going to put these? Yeah, these are ones that need to be in water. They do. So I guess we need to go put them down near water. So let's pop one down here. How about there? Let me see. All right, this one's 800. Let's get that in there. All right, I guess we'll just go around the edge. So, I mean, these are the T ones, so I guess we don't really want to have to sort of forget where we've put them all when we want to upgrade them. So I guess we'll just put them around the circumference here. Let's pop that in there. And we'll put another one over here. Pop that in there. Okay. Let's go check our screens. See what that's done. Actually, before we do that, before we head over there, we'll go up to our rocket platform. And we'll see what we need for... We've got a plants rocket and a tree rocket that we haven't sent any of up yet. So let's hop up here. Let's unpin these. Alright, so plant rocket, let's pin that. And seed spreader rocket. Alright, I thought we had a tree rocket. Alright, they both take bark. This one takes mutagen. Okay. Let's see what rocket engines we've got over here. We might have 1 or 2 in the cupboard. Not that cupboard. This one, no. No. Not there. need some super alloy though. Let me see. None in that one. None in that one. Alright. Don't have any uranium over here. What's the rocket engine for uranium? Let me see. Pretty sure we don't have any in here. Alright, but we do have some back at the other base, so maybe we should just go to our uranium plant. We'll just do that. Let's cruise on over there. Through here. That's our osmium. Up this way. Is this the cave entrance? It's not a cave anymore. Well, this part is, but not where the uraniumite is. Let's see what we've got here. Okay. Do I have some? Yeah, I did. Alright, what do we need for a recycler? Pretty sure we unlocked the recycler. Deconstruction ship, super alloy. Okay. Let's take that. We may as well take those. What's in here? Let's shovel that now. We'll take the titanium. Drones are going to be a game changer once we unlock those. The trouble with these ore crushers is that we do need to come back and empty them out all the time. Otherwise, they don't do nothing. Alright, let's take some of this out. Let's take all that out. That can go in here. Can go in there. Oh, we've got two of these going. Okay, there's nothing in there. What's in this one? that'll do us anyway. Alright, so we won't need to do the recycler. So what I was going to do is build the recycler and recycle a couple of the uranium rods, but we got a couple of pieces of uranium, so we should be fine. And I've just noticed that my number there, so under my O2, down in the bottom left, with the air filter on, it said 1.4 previously. This is the wrong way. Can we get through here? Nope. So previously it said 1.4. Now it says 1.3. So it is supposed to reduce how much oxygen you use based on your oxygen TI levels. So our oxygen on the planet is improving. Alright, we are almost back to base. Let's just drink one of those. Alright. We do need to offload some of this stuff. Okay. 1, 2 rockets. Alright, so now we need the fertilizer. We also need a mutagen. And I'm not sure what we need for mutagen. Let's shove those in there for now. We will need 2 more super alloys. 1, 2. We need bark. So grab that while we're here. Oops, that's not the ladder. That's the ladder. Let me just eat a squash. Although our veggies up here might have grown back by now. Not yet. Alright. Okay, so let's just see if we had a fertilizer in here. There's one. What do we need for mutagen? We can do that. We can probably actually do that here. So, alright. I think we've got some algae here. Or not. Let me just check here if I've got any trees. No, we don't. I do need a lerma though. Alright, so I guess I need to... Oh, we do have algae. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Whoops. And what? We're going to need 2 of them. Okay, so I'm going to need 6. Let me pin that. I guess I can only pin 3 things. Water. Water's easy. Let's grab all of those. one bacteria sample. We need another water. And I could have flown over and got one from our auto crafter, but just didn't feel like traveling. Okay, so we've got two of them. Let's get rid of that. And now we need a mutagen. Pretty sure I had... Did I have some methane over here? Not in that one. Just the one. And I do have a sulfur. I don't have a sulfur because I just took that all back to the other base. Actually, there might be some in these unorganized bits. Yes. Okay. So this will be our mutagen. Did we need bacteria sample for the other rocket? I wish I hadn't unpinned it. Let's have a look though. Alright, so we can send up the plant rocket, which is very cool. Seed spreader rocket. It's pretty similar. Let them do the tango. Okay. Let's cruise back to base. And we'll go have a look at our screens. See how that has improved anything. Well, there's a beehive. So that means we can start doing some insects. Alrighty. Good thing the character doesn't thought it had covered the rover in pollen and whatever. Good thing that our character does not suffer from hay fever. So that's chugging along, that's chugging along, that's chugging along. Okay. Our screens aren't here anymore. They are across the way. So just shove this titanium in here. Find titanium. Just keep the super alloy coming. Let's cruise in here. Alright, so should now have a seed spreader. Oh, we had sent up a plant. Okay. Didn't think we had. But Okay, so that's plants and oxygen. Let's have a look. Right, 17%. This is the one I want to look at. Alright, so now our oxygen number is moving again. Our biomass here is moving. The heat and the pressure are... well, they will be moving, but it doesn't look like it because they're moving so slowly. Can do some heater upgrades. So our plants and our biomass are starting to come along. Let's have a look now. We've got some messages that we haven't read. A message from Starform Robotics. We know what you did to our robots. Our technology of autonomous terraforming is state of the art. How can you stop such a noble endeavor just for your profit? This is completely illegal and actions will be taken to prevent you to continue in your vile task. Okay. Message from Starform Robotics. Our reports indicate that there's only one planet crafter. On Humble Ep17. Know that you are currently participating in theft and misdemeanor. We know it's not your choice, so we have a proposition. Help us get proof of what happened and we'll recruit you into our team of terraforming experts. First, collect at least 15 logs from other robots scattered across your planet. More information will come soon. Okay, so that must be those, that must be our logs, those logs that we've been getting from the little rover guys. Let's just, we don't have any water. Let's just go grab a bottle of water and we'll read. Got a couple more messages there. Let's drink that, take that one. Now that we've got the autocrafters there using water, they are sucking it up. Alright, so message from a smuggler. If our informations are correct, this planet should be filled with new tech that could make us all rich. This planet seems to hold some kind of terraformation tech with loads of high quality materials. Approaching the planet. Wait, what is that? They have a protection system. Aborting landing process. Aborting landing process. And a message from nobody. Repair impossible. A plasma blast severed my internal conduits. The task was simple. Repair any robots that needed it. But the self-regulation system is corrupt. The failure is internal. I couldn't isolate the central core in time without energy, and I can no longer proceed. Okay. So, let's see. We are now moving up towards oxygen. We've got our trees going, so I think the next thing we'll do is upgrade our heaters to the tier 4s. We can upgrade some flower spreaders or just build some more bigger ones. And probably send up a few rockets. And we can do incubators and beehives. But that is going to do it for this episode. If you did enjoy this video, please leave me a like or a comment down below. If you'd like to see more, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.